y'all. Handling negative people on your team or trying to join your team. That's the question for today. So before we get started, as you start jumping on, as usual, if you could, drop me a like, a heart. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know where this message is getting out to. Hopefully you're all doing well. We've just gotten past the holidays here, the Christmas holiday here in the States, and I'm branding a brand new sweatshirt here that my wife got me. It says King on it for the name of my blog, being King of Your Time. So that was kind of like the main point, or how I felt like branding it, because I feel like with this business, we should all be striving to become the king of our own time. So this business can actually do that for you if it's done right. And that's what I'm here for you, to help you do. For all you to become king of your own time, of your own destiny, of your own future. So let's get right into it. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about how do you handle negative people on your team? So with your team, the biggest thing you want to do is you want to essentially, if you have like negative people on your team, on your downline, you want to kind of build around them. You want to, it's almost like you want to rebuild your team. Now, we're not talking about, ignoring your existing team because of this one Debbie Downer, as we're going to call them. Realistically, you have to remember, it's not your job to keep them motivated. It's not your job to retain them. Really, the best thing you can do for your team in general, best thing you could do for your team is to rebuild around them. Just by rebuilding around them, you're going to pump up the remaining team members. If they're always negative with you and they're always complaining and all this and whatnot, find out, let them know, hey, it's not your job to keep them motivated. They're either going to want to build their business or they're not. It's essentially their job. It's your job to kind of handhold them and assist them and lead them. That's what leaders do. They show you the way. They're not there to motivate you or to keep you from being negative. So find out. Ask them, are you plugging in? Are you following the system? There should be a system with tools, a community, maybe some events, customer support, things of that nature. Spend your time with the ones on your team that really want to build their business, the ones that are trying to do something with their business, and just kind of work around the negative ones. Take the ones on your team that are negative, take them and guide them towards the right tools and training, and make sure they're getting all of that. Make sure they're going through all of it. If they're not doing any of that, don't waste your time. And secondly, how do you handle people that are trying to join your business, but they have a very negative attitude? What do you do with them? So on the podcast, what they were talking about was essentially being borderline discouraging from joining. You want to kind of be like, once you sense that negativity, you want to kind of turn it around on them and say, hey, this business is not for, negative people. Negative people generally don't do that well in this business. It's just a plain fact. Make it their idea to join your business. If after saying how negative people don't do well in this business and they still want to join, by all means, let them join. Let them join. And then hopefully you can lead them along the right path, plugging them into the tools, into the community and the events and everything. If they are overly negative, like unbearably negative and borderline hostile or whatever, then you know what? Don't even recruit them. Don't prospect them. Move on. So that was about it. It was a quick one. I just wanted to share that little quick tip with you all about dealing with negative prospects. I thought it was great. I hope you did too. I hope you found value out of this. If you did, again, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends, your family, downlines, uplines, sidelines. If you haven't done so already, find my Facebook, get on the page, click follow, click like, set it to see first so that you don't miss any of these free trainings. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.